Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Let's Talk Voice, where we talk about voice usually.
Yeah, yeah. How was the week?
Um, I mean, so far so good, but it's been pretty hectic, pretty busy.
Yeah,
Um, I just want to do so much stuff, and I don't have enough time.
I understand. Yeah, yeah. The weather's getting nicer, and we get more daylight, and there's so much to do. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
right now we've had so much rain that I'm mowing my
Hmm.
grass every week. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
if there's like 3 hours without rain, you know what I'm doing. I'm mowing grass.
Wow.
So yeah, it's we've
So, do you have
gotten.
a rider?
I do. I wish it was like the zero turn, like three or 12-foot wide. I wish it was one of those, but I don't. But I mean, I'm fortunate that I have a lot of acreage, which is nice,
Okay, nice.
but
Hmm.
then I curse it out because I'm like, oh, I gotta mow all this and
Yep, yep.
everything. And then there's like, then the wife's like, I want a bird feeder or like a bird bath thing in the middle of the yard. So then I'm like, that's just something else I have to mow around. But so then we
So
have
true. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So but yeah, I've been busy as well. I baseball stuff for my son is in full swing. That's where I was tonight.
Okay.
Um, it's just busy stuff, right? Summers and stuff are busy. Um,
Yep.
Trying to keep things squared away. So,
So is it just
but yeah,
practice?
so these are actual games now. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Um, we're kind of the nice guys in a way, in the fact that like other teams are super aggressive for these 5 and 6 year olds, and we're kind of like, well, good job. You know, Other ones are like, you need to hit the ball harder.
Really?
But yeah, it's a competitive thing. It's not
Mm.
my style.
I would not like that person. Oh,
But
I can't stand people who are over aggressive, I guess,
yeah,
with
yeah, it's
their
super competitive. Yeah.
competitiveness and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, I'm competitive,
Hmm. Hmm.
but when you're dealing with 5, 6 year olds,
Yeah.
that's no.
Let them learn the game and
Yeah,
whatnot.
exactly.
You know.
They're there to have fun,
I
not
know.
to make you look good.
Exactly. Exactly. And if they're playing for millions or something, and
Hmm.
like this was the pros, I get it. But whatever.
Yeah, even though the
But
pros suck.
that's
So,
true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Pirates. Um.
uh,
Anyway, I did manage to squeeze in some time to catch a movie this weekend, which
oh,
was
great.
actually
Yeah, I was hoping we
yeah.
would talk about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you get a chance to see Guardians?
I did.
Nice.
It
Nice.
was epic.
Very, very interesting movie. Um,
Yeah. Go ahead.
my so I sprang for the expensive theater, like that whole Cinema X thing. That are you if you're familiar with some of these theaters? Like we have a Cinemark movie theater
Yep,
near
we have a
me,
Cinemark too.
and
We
they
went
have
to a
this
Cinemark.
like okay, perfect. So they have this like XD experience thing with like surround sound and speakers that are extra loud, or I don't know what it
Is
is.
it um a Max
IMAX?
IMAX?
I don't think it was IMAX. I think it was just where the seats are like more cushioned and
And then
whatever.
at Cinemark they also have Cinema X, I believe it's called,
I think that's what I'm
theater.
talking about. That
Okay.
might be what I'm talking about.
Then it's IMAX theater, which ours has, but
Nice.
continue with yours.
So sprung for those tickets,
Hmm.
and it was me and a friend, and we just went in there. You know, and something that we always do with these Marvel movies is we like give them a rating. Like before we've even seen it, just based on the trailers or something, we'll be like, "What do you
Really?
think it's gonna
Okay.
be?" And you're
Okay.
like, "I bet
Huh.
it's gonna be like an 8.5, or this
Mm.
this one's so hyped up, it's gonna be a 9, or whatever out of
Wow.
10."
Wow. Oh,
And
good.
so, yeah, I wasn't sure. So I wasn't sure what to expect. I saw some of the trailers,
Mhm.
and it's always weird whenever you get to like that third movie. Like, is this the end? Is this not the end? Is this officially, are we done? Are we not done? What's the story, right?
Mhm.
But I the story was good. My allergies really kicked in, and I needed a few tissues or something. Um,
It
no,
is very emotional movie.
it was, any
So
like
many touching parts.
yes, yes, and it was nice to see that they really built upon different components of not only the Guardians universe, but the character development,
Mhm.
very individual, so to speak. Like
Yes.
each one of them had their own specific parts to them where they really grew and developed
Yeah,
throughout that
and you
movie.
saw that development
Yeah,
either throughout the movies or definitely like a lot in this movie. And
yeah.
there's a lot of development in this movie. Yeah,
hmm hmm
for
And
sure.
it was neat to see um, a lot of you know Rocket's backstory.
Hmm.
We were always kind of given hints and things,
Yeah.
but now it was really fleshed out. Um, I liked it. I thought it was really, really good. I think it was 2 hours and 36 minutes or something like
Yeah,
that. Um,
maybe 240.
yeah, it was
But
neat. If you saw some of the previews and stuff, but like Nathan Fillion's character in
yeah,
there, like that was cool. Like it was neat to see some of that.
since you brought him up, so the
Sure,
pop news. I don't know,
sure,
tidbits.
sure.
Uh, Nathan Fillion was in the first movie. He was the alien that grabbed Star Lord and said, "I'm gonna slather you up with something jelly," and then Groot stuck his fingers
Oh,
up his nose.
yeah.
That was
Oh,
Nathan
wow.
Fillion. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
More tidbits. He was supposed to be in the second movie because Nathan and
Director
the
James Gunn,
director,
or
yeah,
okay,
the
James
what
Gunn. Yep,
James Gunn,
James
yeah,
Gunn. Yep.
are friends, are good friends.
Nice,
So
nice.
that's why he wanted to make parts for him in the movies.
Sure.
Um, so in the second one, he was supposed to be playing Simon. I forget his last name, but not Power Man. He's like a Superman, but for Marvel. I forget.
Sentry.
Yeah, that dude. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If not that
Okay.
dude, something like him. Uh,
Sure.
so,
Sure.
so this super powered up person, but he was supposed to be that guy, and they cut it out
Mhm.
of the Guardians 2.
Gotcha.
And then he was himself in this flesh suit
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in this third movie. So
Yep. It was neat. I mean, it, I wasn't sure, like right off the bat, when you see Peter Quill and hit like Star Lord in his issues, right? And like how they handled kind of the Gamora stuff with after Endgame. It was kind of interesting to see how that expanded, and it was almost like a will they won't they for a second, and whatever. So, but it
oh
was it
yeah,
was neat. It was
yeah.
neat. Um,
And I was wrong. It wasn't Sentry. It was Simon Williams Wonder Man.
oh, Wonder Man. Okay,
So
okay.
still very powerful person, but
Mhm.
they cut him out of there. So
Yeah,
I don't know how he would tie to the Guardians anyways,
mhm.
because most of the time you see him with like Avengers or the X-Men,
Right.
but
Right.
not normally the Guardians. So
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. There was also um Adam Warlock, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that was brought in, and it felt okay.
it
Like
did.
I got an impression that it wasn't their original thought of what to do with him, because like in the comics with how critical Adam Warlock was with the Soul Stone and how he kind of played into the whole Thanos battle and things like that in the comics side of it. But for this, it felt like he was pretty organic. You know, it kind of worked out the way that they, excuse me, the way that they brought him in, utilized his character, had his kind of character development a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, it was neat, and to kind of see his, what do I want to call it, like age in a way, it was kind of neat. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I was going to bring the same thing up. If you have seen the cartoon Guardians of the Galaxy,
mm,
have you?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so it's kind of like the beginning when Adam Warlock was a kid,
mhm,
except he's in adult form. That's all I'm going to say.
right, right, yeah.
But yeah,
No, no, we're not talking about Shazam. We're not talking about Shazam.
yeah,
No,
exactly. Although it kind of felt pretty close to that.
a little bit,
Um,
a little bit.
yeah, except Adam Warlock is way more powerful.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
oh yeah,
so um, yeah,
yeah. It
I
was
I
pretty good.
I I was actually thinking that they were going to bring more of the church into it. I forget what
Mm,
it's called, but pretty much what his mother was. Uh,
yeah, the Sovereign. Yeah,
yeah. So I thought they were going to bring more of that into it, but yeah, I guess they didn't. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, they did a lot in that movie
there
for
it
the
was.
time that they had.
And the main villain was great. It
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
he had a lot of development within it. You showed you saw a lot of different not emotions, but like different sides of him. That's what I'm trying
yeah,
to say. Different
yeah.
sides of the villain, and it was great. I
Hmm.
loved all the backstory stuff with him,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was good.
yeah. It was good. Even the way that they kind of wrap things up without giving away spoiler endings. You know, the way that they wrapped things up and had the team doing what they're doing um, was really good. It felt okay. You know, it didn't
It felt
feel like,
natural.
yeah, yeah. It didn't feel like anything was forced. Everything felt like it just needed to be that way, whether it's for the time being or whether it's for whatever they needed to do. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I said this movie was my favorite last of the series movies of all time. So
oh wow, okay,
Hobbit, uh, Lord of
yeah,
the Rings, um,
wow.
all those. Definitely. I haven't even seen the last one, but what's that? I don't know. We're not going to go there. But anyways,
That's high praise, though.
yeah,
If you feel like
I
it's that
just
good,
thought you you could walk away from that movie and you're like, okay, they're done, and they knit up everything. You're not wondering like, oh, what about this guy? They didn't
yeah,
even really say what happened to him or anything like that.
right,
So
right.
I didn't feel like that, and
Mhm.
like all those movies I listed, you don't know what happened unless you read the books.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly. And
um,
my kind of concern was with James Gunn. heading up DC now.
Mhm.
I was a little curious, or maybe concerned is the wrong word, but just curious of, was this kind of in, like, was it in the box? Like, was it shot, everything was good, and then he transitioned, or was he kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit, fulfilling the final Marvel obligations while he was doing his DC stuff? And was he giving enough attention to Guardians? Was it just going to be like this half baked project that he was kind of doing, or what? But I think he nailed it. I think it was a
Yeah,
good effort.
actually, he had it written in 2016.
Oh wow.
So, yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay.
he was fired, I believe, in 2016 also, right after the
Oh
second
yeah.
film.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they hired him back to finish this one.
Right.
But I believe they had it all uh, finished
Nice.
before he did move on to to DC. But I there was a couple of videos I was watching. There was a nod or like a mention, not a mention, like a I
Like a
forget what the
reference,
a
or
reference,
okay.
a what is that um, little Easter egg?
Easter
There you
egg.
go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Easter egg. There's an Easter egg of Peacemaker in Guardians. So I haven't watched the series at all of Peacemaker. I don't know if you have, but there is an Easter egg for that, and there's also
Okay.
an Easter egg for um, that other movie that James Gunn made for DC. Um,
Is it
the one that Peacemaker was in. Um,
Suicide Squad?
Suicide
Did
Squad, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But I couldn't remember what that Easter egg was. But the other one, there was an Easter egg for Peacemaker, and I remember what that is.
Interesting.
I'm not going to say it in case someone wants to
Look
see
it up.
what it
Yeah.
is. But
Cool.
yeah,
Cool. Um. Yeah. Two end credit scenes. That was
yes.
important.
And I
So
missed a
Marvel.
second one. Thank you
Oh,
to
okay.
my son who had
Wow.
to use the restroom.
Yeah. Well, what did he think of it? He liked it.
So, okay, we are.
Or, well, this is
Uh,
tough. That's a tough question.
it is. It is. We are a big Guardians family, and
Hmm.
we've always watched all of them. And we he came as well. Although this was like probably the worst one for language.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
um,
that car door scene. Yeah.
yep, which
Yeah.
I knew was coming, and I warned my wife about it.
Yeah.
But uh, so he was a little upset about a lot of things, and he had a lot of emotions going on, so he
Yeah.
didn't like it as much as some of the other ones,
Sure. Sure.
because of all the emotions.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Completely understandable. For sure.
he was like uh, just wanted to leave at the end, but
Hmm.
I think he also had to go to the bathroom. But
Yeah.
so,
Well,
but yeah,
so my last thing that I'll say about it is, what did you think about the music this time around?
it was decent.
Hmm. I
I
felt like
was
it wasn't as strong as some of, like, the first one. Like,
Yeah,
had
the
just
first one
perfect.
is definitely was
Yeah.
perfect. Uh, Second one was a mediocre to compared to the um, first one, and the third
Right.
one was the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that
um,
any of them are bad. Not that it was bad. It was just,
no,
when you compare, had that bar set so high that. Yeah.
they obviously they have Beastie Boys in it, which was
Mm-hmm.
great. But then they had this song in the end that
Yeah. Yeah.
they went to the year 2000s of music,
Is
maybe even
soon. Yeah.
2010, or was it 2000? I can't remember.
I
But
can.
anyways,
Yeah.
2000, and they played this song that I've never heard of.
I
And
couldn't place it.
okay, my wife couldn't place it. I mean, like, I am pretty uh wide. I like a lot of music. Okay, so
Sure.
but I didn't know this song. I was like, why would they play this song? You could have played any 2000 hit right
Yeah.
here. That
Yeah.
would be perfect.
I was thinking like bye 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 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like that would have been
Uh,
perfect for that
uh,
that thing. But yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good movie. It's definitely worth your time, I
Oh
thought.
yeah. Yeah.
So
I would love to see it again. I don't know if we will before it gets out of theaters, but
yeah. Yeah.
definitely a worthwhile to see
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, Will, do you want to talk some voice at all? Um,
I don't know.
I
I
kind
don't have anything
no,
planned. Do you have
no
anything
worries.
planned?
I really don't, but this did cross my radar in my feed yesterday. And just because of my background with the whole healthcare thing, my prior history, I'm going to bring this up real quick. I'm going to throw that into chat. Um,
Ooh.
they're really starting to push, I guess, this Alexa smart
Oh
property for
yes.
senior living. Um, it sounds like it was one kind of community living center that's really picking this up,
Okay.
and it's starting to spread to a few others. Which basically how it works is you have one big company, and then they have like satellite campuses that are these senior living centers, right? Um, but there were a couple bullet points here I'll just touch upon real quick. Was that WebRTC support? So this is an upcoming ability for the residents who live at these facilities, and the staff can do audio and video calls between devices and non-Echo devices, like your tablets or laptops or whatever.
Nice.
So there's kind of like a little intermediary bridge between those. Um, and that can be on property. It can be set up so that it's all just you have to be on that facility's
Okay.
property, or it could be off. So it could be with a family member who's
Mm-hmm.
in another state or whatever. So very helpful to see that. I really like that. Um, it doesn't sound like that's new, but I guess the way that they're going about this with the WebRTC support means that it's more accessible to others as well. So you don't have to be locked into that ecosystem necessarily. You can kind of branch out a little bit. There's PBX, so private branch exchange support, and this allows senior living providers, which would be your physicians or medical staff, to link Alexa smart properties. So you can have a physician's office now tie into that
I
resident's
gotcha.
Alexa in their room, so
Nice.
to speak. So if they had let's say they had a show 8 sitting on their
Mm-hmm.
nightstand or something, or maybe not their nightstand, but like their living room table or something, then they could set up this kind of telemedicine
Mm-hmm.
conference, so to speak. So definitely useful there. Um, WPA2 enterprise Wi-Fi. So these are now more secure, um, because it's so easy to set up an Echo device or any type of Amazon device onto your network. But whenever you start adding additional layers of security and other protocols into the mix, you have to really know what you're doing IT wise,
Mm-hmm.
to allow these certain like MAC addresses and whatnot. Well, this helps to kind of streamline that process, be a little bit more um, seamless, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Um, and then they made a bullet point here of the Echo Show 15. So this is Amazon's largest Echo display, and they're making it available for senior living facilities. Um, I don't know. It kind of felt like a tacked on bullet point there because
Yeah.
this device already exists and you can just buy it. Um, you can budget the finances for it in order to provide those into the facility or have it as an add-on whenever that individual or that family is moving into one of these facilities. But it's nice that they kind of advertised it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I think this is definitely going to pick up. I see the advantage there, especially with voice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of seniors can struggle with some of the technology, and
For
voice is
sure.
just so intuitive. Whenever you want to know the weather, you have to just simply say it. What's the weather, right? Versus maybe pulling out a phone, or maybe they don't. Maybe they are using a flip phone type of situation, a non-smartphone, I guess is the way to put
Mm-hmm.
it.
Right.
Or maybe they have an iPad or a tablet, but it's more difficult to use, you know, for whatever medical reason or whatever. So it's nice to see this because we did hear about this about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, during Alexa Live, we heard about this
Yep.
was going to start being pushed and everything. I know COVID kind of delayed some of those timelines, but it's nice to see that this is still something that Amazon is focused on and that they're actively pushing. So, yeah, nice to see that there was a little article about that. Um, but yeah, news was a little bit light. I didn't really come across anything groundbreaking, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've tried to keep my ear to the ground a little bit for any whispers about Alexa Live. Um, I just haven't been able to crack that nut for any useful information. So, but
Um,
yeah,
yeah, for sure. One thing I was gonna say is not on this article, but so I don't know if you remember, and speaking of Alexa Live, but last year, 2022, they announced a new device that was launching in December called Halo.
yes, yes.
Did you hear what is happening to Halo now? Do you
Rest
have a
in peace.
Halo device?
I do not. I
Okay.
know someone. I know someone who does,
Yeah,
but they are
we do. we
okay.
we got the nightstand, the expensive one. Uh
Yes, yeah,
uh
the one that has the light thing and all that.
the light and the sense, all the different type of sensors,
Mm-hmm.
no cameras,
Yep.
and they xed the Halo project,
Yeah.
and all devices are not going to work as of
Mm-hmm.
August 1st.
Yep.
All obviously all subscriptions and applications, all that kind of stuff isn't going to work. It's going to stop August
Yeah.
1st. And they're like refunding everyone. I'm like,
Yes. Yes. I saw that. It kind of like confused me, because not only is it's your that version of the Halo ecosystem, but even the wristbands that they had multiple. Um, I don't want to compare them to Fitbits,
they
but
were they were close to
fitness
Fitbits, yeah.
fitness tracker, health
Yeah.
wearable situation,
Hmm.
and those are all going to stop. I mean, they're done. It's that whole thing, and my immediate thought with this was I'm having flashbacks to when I bought a Cortana, Microsoft Cortana speaker, and I've talked about this on the show. Is
Yeah.
that you know it would I would say, "Hey Cortana," and it would shine that beautiful blue, and then I'd hear the voice of Cortana from the video game, and I was immersed. And then it was, "Hey, yeah, we're done with this. If you bought it within the last 6 months, we'll give you $50 back." Oh, but I paid 150 for it, you know? So I was having flashbacks to that. And
Uh,
it's it's disappointing.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
glad they
know.
are refunding the whole
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but I really don't understand why they have to just stop the devices themselves. I mean,
I
how
don't
does that
know.
even work, really?
Is it a server cost? Is that the issue? Is it a like I mean, it's okay. I'm rambling. I'm stuttering. It's
That's
so
fine.
new, right?
Yeah.
That it hasn't had time to sit in the market to develop. This is a phase one product, right? Like this is a Mark One product.
Mm-hmm.
You typically see, like, let's look at the lenses, right? The glasses. There was a Mark One product of that, and they did a, what do they call their early bird thing? Like
Day
early
one.
access, day
Day
one.
one.
That's right. They did that for it,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was like, okay, yeah, we'll jump in on this. People bought them. I don't
Yep.
think they were flying off the shelves,
No.
but people bought them enough to have them come in, do a little research, get some feedback from surveys, and come out with a Mark II product.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this has been out there long enough for them to even have enough
I mean, the
field
bands.
research.
I think the bands have like maybe 2 years, but the
Hmm.
the countertop came out in December
Yeah,
of last year. I got one of
yeah,
the first ones in December
yeah.
for Christmas from my wife last year. So I don't get it.
I don't understand that. I don't know if there was a reasoning given that wasn't hidden behind some type of like uh business speak. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that business language type of stuff that they give
Yeah,
some of the reasons for.
I just watched a little or read a little bit of an article the
Hmm.
CEO of Amazon talk about it, and it just said
Yeah.
that we just discontinued Halo.
Hmm.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, that came out of nowhere to me. I mean, I wasn't keeping my finger on the pulse on it,
Yeah,
but um, again, it was kind of newer and everything, and why it would just be done. Um, that kind of makes me a little nervous. If they can just come out and say, "Hey, you know what? We're done with Alexa too."
yeah,
I mean, I
hmm,
think Alexa's so integrated in so many different facets that it would be more
yeah,
difficult to just pull that plug.
hmm,
But yeah, is it on the down? I don't know. But that kind of made me a little worried. Like, hey, wait a sec. Something with a health thing, a good marketing angle. Um, I don't know if they really push them that hard. When I
yeah.
go
I don't know.
to when I go to my Amazon page, like if I type in Amazon.com, I get my personalized recommendations. That's great, right?
Hmm.
Um, this is going to say a lot about me. My personal recommendations do not include a lot of health and fitness um, suggestions. So I wasn't being targeted for this product.
Yeah,
You know,
uh,
if when if you could push your own products a little bit harder, maybe that would put more eyes on them.
yeah,
Um, you know, if I was searching for a smartwatch, I don't think the Halo device would come up. It
uh,
might,
it
it
might.
might.
Yeah, well, probably not anymore.
Well, yeah. Um, but if I was looking for Fitbit or something, sure, I
Hmm.
think it would.
Hmm. For sure.
But yeah, it's a little disappointing. And I don't know. Did you get your money back?
We haven't yet. I don't know if it's after August we get our money back or what.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Well,
but my wife is very she 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 liked it. She liked
yeah. Yeah.
the ability to check her stats, sleeping
Hmm.
stats, and then also the nightlight thing, or not the
Yeah.
nightlight, but the
Yeah.
light that comes on in the morning.
Hmm.
Um, she liked that. I didn't.
Right. Right.
So it woke
Yeah.
me up. But she still liked it. So
Yeah.
Now, now we're gonna have to find something that's would
Yeah.
be a replacement for that.
Is there anything out there like that though? I mean, is there any
You
third
would have,
party?
far as I know, you would have to. I haven't really looked deep into it, but you would have to do like a two thing combo. So like a so she also liked the clock bit of it.
Okay.
So it would have to be like a Echo Glow with a Echo Show 6 or something like that.
Okay.
But
So
mm,
if you get duct tape and you just start duct taping the two together,
yeah,
there you go. There you
that
go.
makes sense.
Yeah, I've solved your problem right there.
Maybe I'll uh, engineer three something to 3D print to mount both of them.
There you go. Yeah, well, that's a bummer, but
Mm-hmm,
I
for
guess
sure.
it's kind of out of our control. I mean, at least with my speaker, the Cortana speaker, I could still Bluetooth connect it and have it, play
Useful.
music. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking. I was like, shouldn't we be able to still have it? Oh, but it's through the app.
yeah,
But
um,
I don't know. I'm guessing
I
everything is through the app. That's why the device won't work.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that device as well,
I, I
but
was thinking, I was like, maybe I can uh, create my own app for it or something.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a thing we'll have to dig into at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't know. So I see this title here, and everybody probably sees it as well. We have voice. Let's talk voice. Final episode. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, Will. What do we think about this? Let's talk about this on air. Um,
So we struggle some time to time to find good information to share with everyone.
right.
And also, we struggle with our customer base,
Yes.
like
Our audience.
audience,
Yeah.
or a audience in general. Uh, so we do live stream this, and it is kind of hard when you live stream and no one's talking. Uh, so you don't know if someone was muted the whole time. Like our last episode,
Yeah.
if you did
Yeah.
watch last episode, and for the person who mentioned it in the comments, thank you. If you're
Thank
watching
you.
this one, thank you. Uh, we just wanted a little bit more feedback from the audience and a little more. We wanted um, to know that we're actually helping people or making stuff bringing stuff to light for to people, and I have not seen that as much. Like on my other streams, most of the time Kevin is the only one there. So and when Kevin's sitting right next to me, well, on the stream, uh, it's hard to know, um, or it's like it's just hard to stream live
Right.
um,
Right.
doing that.
Yeah.
Could we possibly make this not a stream and do it like some other people and make it just a release to YouTube? Yes. Yes, we could.
Mhm.
Will we? If we find enough information to share? Or if, as someone says, hey, don't quit. We really like your show.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. For me, that's part of it too. We've set up the Discord, right? Making sure that that's accessible for everyone. We've had, multiple mentions to the Alexa Slack channel. We've had a couple developer interviews, things like that. And it, it's not about, getting the views and getting ad
No.
revenue or anything like that. It's about providing that service, right? That little bit of like, hey, this is our interest that we can share and talk about and provide something useful to the community.
Hmm.
It just doesn't seem like the community's there. Um,
Exactly.
we've when I was pretty big on Twitter, I didn't get any feedback from my Twitter handle, right? I've moved to like this Mastodon, and I'm on Vero, and I've brought up a couple other things, and I personally haven't had anybody reach out to me saying, "Hey, like, let's talk about voice a little bit," or
Hmm.
"Hey, heard your podcast, saw your stream, you know, you you need to change your background," or anything, like nothing, or like speak up, or what have you. We
Yeah.
had a few
Yeah.
people in chat that'll pop in every
Hmm.
once
Yeah.
in a while, which is definitely appreciated.
Hmm.
But even trying to have a conversation through the chat or whatever is very limited, you know. So if
Hmm.
there's a better medium for it, maybe, but um, that audience aspect combined with news is kind of limited. There are things out there like that we could really jump into, but like these LLMs, right? These large language models and all this AI talk that's coming down the line and everything. But I really don't feel like we would be providing that much of a service to it. Um, I don't think that anybody would really gain anything from my rambling about it. Um, so if you have any feedback or comments, the Discord's open, right? Um, reach out directly to us, DMs, whatever's. Um, if you have any things that you wanted to talk about or jump into or what have you, by all means, let us know, and maybe we can do a monthly or a quarterly or something that we're just
Yeah.
jumping in to say, hey, we're still alive. That's always good. Um, but yeah, I know for you, Will, handling all of the scenes and the mic and the recording and the saving and the uploading and all that, is a time consuming thing for you.
Hmm.
Um, me, I'm I usually try and keep my head down on what's going on in voice, but like I said, it's just been very limited. Even this article that I found now, it was just bullet points,
Hmm.
right? It didn't really get into any details or anything. But maybe that'll pick back up after Alexa Live. Maybe there'll be something new that comes down the line that really needs our attention,
Yep.
that we can break down and provide a recap, something like that. Um, even our streams where we've had developer interviews, we just haven't had the audience that was interested in showing up to kind of say, oh, okay, this is cool. And you want to make sure that you're not wasting your own time, right? If you could be spending time with family, or if you could be working on a project or what have you, mowing the grass. Um, so yeah, maybe this is our final episode for a little while. Um,
I do like the idea of if we have a bunch of stuff to share, maybe a monthly one,
mhm,
but it would be random. And so with that said, if you do enjoy this, A, speak up, let us know.
mhm. Please.
B, um, keep your bell notifications on Twitch and on YouTube, so you will know when we do go live the next time.
Right,
Um,
right.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
It is difficult to reach out and let people know what we're doing if there's just not a good way to do it. If not a lot
Yeah.
of people are following it, then it makes it a little more challenging.
Yep.
Um, but that being said, too, if there was a different time frame, if Tuesdays aren't a good day or what
Hmm.
have you, we looked at the analytics behind it to try and figure out what would be a better time that wasn't being taken over by these larger streams that may be vying for attention or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, Will. What do you think? Is this the final one for a little bit?
Yeah. Like I said, I think it probably will be for a bit until we find some more stuff. Or if a bunch of people do speak up and say, "Hey, we do enjoy your streams.
Yeah,
I can't catch them at this time. Could you stream at this time?" And we can always try to see and um, move around. But I'm in
absolutely.
Central Time, and he's on. Kevin's on uh,
Eastern time, yeah.
Eastern Time. Thank you. Wherever that area is over there. Um, so he's right now it's 9:48 over there, and it's 8:48 here. So it depends on what time. I don't think we could go any later, or Kevin might be falling asleep. Who
Yeah,
knows?
this needs beauty sleep, So, but
But yeah,
yeah,
unfortunately, I think so. But I am still going to be streaming my Wednesday nights until I build all my games.
good, good.
So I'm going to at least stream that. That I'm not too concerned about the people
Hmm.
watching it. It's more for me to focus. It's time for me to focus and and do the thing. So that's what I love streaming development
Cool.
because it just lets me do that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So yes,
So,
I'll be
so was
still
that a
doing
subtle
that.
hint for less distractions from me in your
No,
chat?
no,
Is what you're
no, no,
saying?
no.
Okay.
I'm saying I don't need it, but I still love it.
Gotcha.
I love your input and whatnot. So
Witty sarcasm. Yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. Well, you know what? I will give you a final bean. How's that sound?
beat of the week.
Final bean of the week. How's
Oh
that sound?
snap! All
Let
right.
me share this link in the chat. Um, this is a SanDisk 2 terabytes, and this is a really good deal right now. It's 74% off. So maybe jump on
What
this for somebody.
in the world?
Uh-huh. It's a portable SSD.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and it's
the two
waterproof.
it's rugged. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
what do you use it for?
so for me, I'm using it for photography. If I'm out and about, my camera, I can just directly download those photos if I'm out and about,
Mm-hmm.
without having to worry about like a media card, like a SD card, flipping them back and forth. Um, if I'm actually starting to get pretty serious into it, and so we have a trip to Erie, Pennsylvania, like Lake Erie, if anyone's familiar with that area, and this would be perfect because I would take my laptop even to the the hotel with us, and then I would take the pictures from my camera to my laptop, upload them to the cloud so I had them there, and then I would also be saving them on my computer, which hindsight I should probably have more storage in my computer because images, especially raw files, take up a lot more space. So it fills
Mm-hmm.
up fairly quickly. So to have this portable storage that's rugged and can kind of take the Kevin clumsiness, this is exactly what I needed. And being that this is 74% off is amazing.
Hmm.
Um, it was $459 and it is now 120.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
it's very good. SanDisk is like name brand.
Yep.
So and I've had a back in the days of like thumb drives or flash drives or whatever
Five.
you call them,
Um, little also
jump drives and
memory cards and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yep. Well, that's yeah. All my memory cards are SanDisk as well.
Okay.
So, um, really good stuff. I've never had an issue with their products. So when I saw this one, I kind of said, yeah, I need to jump on this one.
Yeah, I
So,
don't blame you.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I like it.
So, and even just a backup too, for things with your computer backup you can have on it, uh, whatever you need it to
Yeah.
be. So
Um,
super helpful.
I definitely need to do more backups of backups.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah,
so many times I've lost so much.
sure,
So much.
sure.
I don't think I
I mean,
told
I
you
have.
that
Oh,
I
sorry about.
lost all my 3D models I made like back in 2021 and 2020.
Really, like the
All of
Blender
them.
stuff.
All my Blender models.
No.
Yeah. I
Well, that
was
sucks a lot.
so pissed.
That was a ton of time, effort.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
Wow, 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 wow.
yeah.
I did not know this. Holy moly. Yeah,
So take it from me. Get backups of backups.
sure, sure. Um, I mean, I have cloud storage, right? Like I pay
Uh-huh.
for 2 terabytes of cloud storage every month. But, that's one piece. But again, these files that you're uploading and then have to like download when you need them and stuff, the transfer speed from a solid state drive like this is just so much
Oh,
faster through like
for
USB-C.
sure.
So definitely recommended.
Yep.
Um,
And especially through USB-C.
mhm,
So
mhm. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's my
cool.
bean. That's my final bean for a while.
Good find. Good find. You actually reminded me of my bean. Uh,
Nice.
it's not too much different,
Oh, really?
except
Nice.
it's for my PlayStation 5.
Oh, yeah.
So I was looking for stuff to buy, and one of the things I wanted to buy was more storage on my PlayStation 5. They
Okay.
come with only 780 gigs uh in the I think both versions. I have no disk, so all my games are on my hard drive. So
Okay.
I got an external hard drive, which
Okay.
was a thing when you first got the PlayStation. Um, but they didn't have internal ones yet.
Mm.
Uh, and the thing with the external one is you could only store, well, you could store PlayStation 5, but you had to then move it to your PlayStation 5. But if
Okay.
you had PlayStation 4 games installed on the external, you could run them from the external. But you
Okay. Okay.
cannot
I
run
follow.
PlayStation 5 games from the external.
Gotcha.
But this way, with an internal new SSD, uh,
Mm.
you can add more internal storage, which then you can install more games
Gotcha.
on the internal. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
fun times.
That is
Um,
good to know.
but the one thing with the PlayStation 5 is you have to make sure you get the M2 SSD with the heat sink. I
Right.
guess
Yeah.
there's a certain ones that you can only buy. I don't know if what's it called? Um, uh, I'm blank. WD, Western Digital.
Okay.
I don't know if the Western Digital Black is on one of those, but I got the Samsung. They are most known for their speed. The Samsung W2 solid state, M2 solid states. Um, and so yeah, I got that one. And
Nice.
it was only $90. So
Can't beat that.
yeah.
Huh. Oh, yeah, that's good to know. I'm looking at picking one up actually. Not a well, maybe this, but actually a PlayStation 5. I can get my
Yeah,
hands on
nice.
one here in the near future. I think I'm gonna get into that realm. I'd always been an Xbox guy, so I think
I don't know why.
I don't know either. Something about a Halo. We know how that went.
That
Um,
was, when we were young.
isn't that discontinued now?
I have
Halo?
no idea. No idea. I'm the
I
wrong
was I
person to
was
ask.
I was talking about the Amazon thing too. I was tying it in.
Oh,
Segue. But
nice.
but yeah,
Nice.
I think I'm gonna jump ship to the PlayStation world. Be able to interact
Okay.
with friends and jump on and whatnot a little bit better. So
There's PlayStation 5's uh the digital edition for $400 on at Best Buy.
okay,
There
I
you
will
go.
grab my car keys. I'll be
uh
standing in line when they wait or when they open up in the morning. They'll be like, "What are you here for?" So,
nice.
but yeah,
Um yeah, so that was our stream, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the last one. If you do, let us know.
hmm
We really want to know what you think of this. And yeah, if not, we'll catch you sometime down the road
yeah,
when we find some more stuff to stream about. So,
yeah, perfect. And until then, Discord's always available. Our socials are always available. Feel free to reach out. Don't hesitate.
exactly. Well said. All right. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out with us. A few last items if you don't mind. Like and subscribe. It's free and really helps support us. Leave a comment about your thoughts on the show. And join our Discord and say hi.